We spoke to Ilya Khanykov, the president of Bartini, at the Bahrain Air Show in 2018. Now, and almost a year on, we want to find out how that project is going. Ilya, welcome to the program again. Tell us, how are you going now with your plans?
Well, since Bahrain, we have developed the vision for the final product. We have finalized the design, the exterior design and the interior design for the final four-seater vehicle that will guide us along the development process. On forums like this, we learn the requirements for this new industry. When you design the aircraft by the book, you have to start with requirements. Because it is the new industry, the new application, the new massive disruptive shift in the transportation, we have to learn somehow or design or make bets on what the future requirements will be. So that has been the process since then. We have been talking to so many stakeholders, and the result of that was integrated in the very clear-cut vision of the final product, to which we will be working in our development process. Now we set off to develop the first commercial aircraft, and this is where we are at the moment.
Fantastic. Now, something that's very different for you compared to a lot of the other vehicles that we're seeing being offered is that you're talking about hydrogen as being the power source rather than just battery driven. Tell us about that decision, why you're doing it.
That has been one of the first decisions that we made, because we identified that the core requirement is to have as much energy on board as possible. The refueling requirement, the time you need to spend on the ground in order to replenish the energy source, is another broader infrastructure requirement. But firstly and ultimately, you need to have as much energy on board per the kilograms of weight that you're allowed to carry. So using hydrogen was something that we targeted initially. So our vehicle is centrally designed to be, if you like, future-proof, to have the capability of using hydrogen fuel cells. During this this time, we have also established several partnerships among the hydrogen fuel cell developers. Just so that it is known, hydrogen fuel cells for aircraft has to be different than the hydrogen fuel cells you would find in Toyota Mirai or other automotive companies that are using that as a source of power, electric power. So we were working with hydrogen fuel cell manufacturers to understand how they can understand how they can produce a product that we need at a scale we need. And that has also been happening, where we have signed a partnership with BM Power to do the joint research and development of the product in hydrogen.
But what's the benefit of hydrogen to an operator compared to what they would get from a battery?
So hydrogen fuel cell on board will provide per kilogram of weight 4 times more energy. That generally means that our aircraft will fly not 30 minutes per lithium battery charge, but 2 hours per one fueling of the hydrogen tank. Another benefit is the overall operational cost improvement that results from the time it is required to fuel the hydrogen tank is tenfold actually less than the time required to recharge your battery. And whenever the aircraft stands on the ground, it doesn't earn money, and that is a critical factor of choice for the fleet manager to choose which vehicles, which fleets to operate. And we believe that using hydrogen will improve the operational efficiency of the fleet managers, which in turn will result in lower tariff for us all.
Brilliant. Ilya, thank you very, very much for joining us.
Thank you.